Hey, welcome back everybody to my Crafting Paradise Let's Play series. This is episode 13. Last episode we ended on getting the refined firestone to speed up the heat up process of the steam boilers that we're gonna set up today, or it's called a solid fuels firebox. And we're gonna make steam with that and pump it into steam turbines to make more EU power, so we can finish that quest by charging the lapotron crystal that we made a few episodes ago. But I had no idea how much steel we needed. I had about 5 stacks ready in the workshop, and it was not even half of what I needed. I think I altogether used probably 12 to 14 stacks of steel. I didn't really count because I made the parts on the go to see how much more I need. So I set up a second coke oven and a second blast furnace. And then I was about to set up a few more coke ovens. I was going to make a whole battery because I got tired of waiting for this coke coal. And you guys see almost an entire drum full with creosote oil now. And almost 14 stacks of these bottles. I stopped making bottles because we're never gonna make, nearly as many tracks as we could make with this, if we ever make any tracks. I don't know yet. So I started pumping it into this oil drum, which also takes steel to make, and I made a second one because I thought, well, this one is almost full. And I remember trying coal out in the blast furnaces, and it doesn't work. And then just for the heck of it, I grabbed charcoal and said, let's try if this works, and it works. You can heat up the blast furnaces with charcoal, which now means these two are going to be retired. I'm going to stop using them, and I'm just bringing charcoal from over here, put it into this barrel. It automatically gets pumped into these via the transfer node, and I got iron sitting in these two hoppers, also going in the blast furnaces. And on top, I got two liquid item ducts sucking out the steel when it's done. So this is somewhat automated. I just drop in iron the more I need. We shouldn't need any more today, but I'm gonna let them finish processing the 3 stacks each, just so we have some spare steel if we need it. Alright, now we go over to the new building that I set up, I think 2 episodes ago, to put in the steam setup. By the way, I got bored waiting for all this steel, so I set up this little crossbreeding section here, and this one over here turned into a black flower. I don't know what the name is, because if I left click it and take it off, then it's possible that I'm not getting the bag to replant it, so I'm just gonna leave it here, and we're getting 1 to 2 ink sacs every time I harvest it. So that's nice. Now we got ink sac production here in the base instead of having to get squids and stuff like that. Alright, so now let's get started with this. Other 20 steel need to... Okay, you guys see I prepared everything and we're gonna craft it together. These are steel blocks, and look at all this steel we need. This is so much. And this, by the way, for the MFSU was 48 diamonds. So we have plenty of diamonds. These two also here. I counted these and that. That's for the glass fiber cable. But let's get started now with making each part and set it up. I wanted to show this on camera because it's a really nice project to do. Okay, so there's 9 solid fueled fireboxes, and they go right here. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you. You can't do anything with these once they're set up. You need the tank on it first. All I did over here is make an endless water source with a liquid node, and I put in 2 speed upgrades. And once this starts pumping, this should always be full with water. It should never run out. And now we're making the top part, which I decided to go with high pressure boiler tanks instead of low pressure, because if you have a full size high pressure boiler tank, it makes enough steel for 2 steam turbines. Alright, so now you can make these 2 high, 3 high, or 4 high. So I'm not connecting the front row until I have the other ones done, because it's just easier placing the blocks this way. Go. And I really hope that I calculated all the maths right. There we go, it formed. Now there's no more gap. And now you can right click it and you see it's starting to fill with water. Now we're gonna make some other parts here, but I'm waiting for this. Actually, no, there should be enough water. I'm gonna wait until this is filled with water, and then we put in the refined firestone to start the heat up process right away. Okay. The other things we need is the actual turbines. And those are actually the ones that surprised me. I don't remember them taking this much materials to craft. Now I decided with 2, because that's the maximum the boiler can handle, and I don't think when this is done that we ever need to worry about expanding our AU power production or whatever. Now, here's something I didn't know, figured out a while ago in a different mod pack. You don't need to put pipes here. If you build the turbines right against it. Alright, it formed. You see this dial here? And it get the nice little pattern over here. When you do it like this, it's automatically connected and gets full steam output. So there is no reason to add any fluid ducts or any other piping to get the steam from this tank into those two. And oh, this actually takes a long time. I did all this setup and testing, and I did not have speed upgrades, and it kept it full, but I added 2 just to be on the safe side. So now these 2 are not, even when they get steam, they're not going to output any power until you put in rotors, which take more steel. It's this day of steel. So you need to make, well, you guys see in a second, these turbine blades. And I calculated we need 48 because we need 6 of these turbine discs, because each turbine rotor takes 3 of them to make. So now we got these 2. Gonna put them back in here, and once this is fully heated up and we have full with steel, then I'm gonna put the 2 rotors in here, and they both get to output 100%, so they run at full efficiency. And this setup right here makes just enough steam to always stay full. So got the water full now, so I'm gonna put this in here, and you guys see how fast this degrees Celsius goes up. If you do this with charcoal, you see 1 going up every few seconds. But this way it's just super fast, and once this is fully heated up, I'm taking this out and then only have it run on charcoal. Which is the next thing. I prepared the ender chests. Sorry I didn't show you guys in the factory, but I just had I hooked up a transfer node to suck out of the deep storage unit into this ender chest, and we're gonna use this ender chest over here as input. Where we're gonna put this? That here. I think right there is gonna be good. Nice and centered. And this is actually gonna already pump some charcoal in here now. And once this is fully heated and I take this out, it takes about 1 charcoal every 2.5 seconds over here. It burns them so fast. So I'm not putting any speed upgrades in here for now, because I think it should be fast enough to handle that. This chest should always stay full. Alright, so this is all working and done, and we got the rotors ready. So now let's make the MFSU. We're not going to be able to do with shift click because of all these crystals. Yay, we got an MFSU. Which we don't need any transformers or anything over here because this can handle 2048. So nothing can happen. And I am going to make this whole stack of glass fiber cable because I figured that if we are gonna set up a mass fabricator or something, then we're gonna need all that anyways. And for now, I am simply going to put that up here in the middle. Just like that. So now once this starts, we should be able to fill this. And then finally charge this lapotron crystal. And we can complete the quest and move on and see what is next. In my inventory. So now, let's see how far this is. Wow, it's already at half. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys a few things real quick that I set up. Get out of here. Oh, there it is. Harvest this. Hey, 1 ink sac. So first, in the basement, I set up a cobble gen farm. I set this up maybe hour and a half, 2 hours ago. And we're already at 58 stacks of double compressed cobblestone. So it's very simple, and once we have the portal to the deep dark, I'm gonna turn this off and use these cyclists for something else. So all that's back here is a water source and a lava source, and you place a cobble in between. Manually I do that so I don't by accident make obsidian or something. And then you just set a transfer node on top, and that will pick up one at a time and automatically put it into the cyclic assembler until you upgrade it with mining upgrades. So now you see it picks up 10 at a time. If I take out the speed upgrade, I don't even know if they make a difference. I don't see a difference. So maybe these are not even needed. But the more you put in here, so if you put 64, you're gonna pick up 64 at a time. That goes into the cyclic assembler, and automatically I made a pattern with the machinist's workbench. You put the pattern in here, make it, and then write it here with this button. Then take out the pattern and put it in here. So then it knows, all right, I'm waiting for 9 cobblestone, I make 1. It gets automatically put into this barrel, which was the only thing I had. But this barrel filled up so fast. And I said, all right, let me just continue getting this over to double compressed. And once this barrel is full, I'm gonna take out as much as I can, then go in here and just fill this by hand because we don't need that much. Wow. How much do we need? We need 4 triple compressed and 1 quadruple compressed. Oh my lord, we already have way too much. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And all I need is 1. Okay, well, I guess we already have all the mats we need to go to the deep dark. I'm gonna see if one of the future episodes we make the portal and go there. Alright, cool. So you saw this? Disconnect this, okay? Alright. And the last thing I set up between episodes. Alright, you guys see I removed the top of this. And I left, I think, about 20 villages in here. Just so we can make a few slates and so on that we need to make the Well of Suffering. And I added this little structure. That auto spawner you guys saw up here moved to there. The 2 ender tanks, the one, actually that dynamo with the lava ender tank that we had up here is the one powering the cyclic assemblers in the basement right now. So I reused those. And the mob essence ender tank we had here is in the chest. I'm not using it anymore because I made tesseracts. Okay? Because it's just so much easier setting these kind of auto spawner farms up, and I've been making them on pretty much every server that I play on. Alright, let's start first here. All I do on this setup, because I'm not using the tesseract to send items or liquids to a central sorting system with tanks or whatever, because we don't need it that much. Okay, so this is a slaughterhouse, and these 3 tesseracts here are just set to energy receive. And the energy comes from a tesseract I put in the factory where our blaze rod generators are. So energy comes over here, slaughterhouse handles villagers, and if I need any more pink slime or anything, I'm gonna drop in animals and stuff like that, but I don't see us making a laser array. This one also set to energy, and that's a grinder. So if we need leathers, or we need feathers, or we need wither skeleton, here we go. I have endermans that I summoned, so we can make ender pearls on demand, necrotic bones, and usually they also work to give you wither skeleton heads. But I haven't gotten one yet. I haven't let it run long enough. And over here, I haven't used it yet, but I added a rancher in case we need milk, or if I need a lot of wool, I'm just gonna, summon a few sheeps and put them in here and then shear them automatically. And here this would be ready for if we ever need milk. So this is actually, it's just there ready to go. You don't really need the rancher, but it's nice to just have. Okay. And I added a trading post. Now, because there's villagers nearby, this trading post shows stuff. So these are all the things that these villagers are currently trading for. And I always add one of these because I can just summon villagers if I look for something. Let's say we get started with bees. Well, I summon these guys until they give me monastic bees, apiaries, frames. If we ever get into tree breeding, the proven grafter's really good. And there's other ones. But it's just ready for when we need it. And then I got busy with collecting. This is the villager that was up in here. And I captured a cow, a sheep, a pig, and a chicken just to have them. I always like to have every one of them. I went in the common forest biome down into our mine shaft. And I wanted to just catch a slime because they always spawned down there. There was so many slimes, I returned with 61 slime balls. It was an awesome trip. And I captured a slime. I captured an enderman. We already had that. And look at that, we got a witch. Now before I show you guys where I got the witch from, let's summon something here. Actually, do I have something up in it right now? Yes, the wither skeleton. So all I do is I fly up here, put whatever I want in it, and then set it to exact copy yes. Besides on villagers, I say no. And then you come down here and enable the auto spawner, and then for example for these guys we're gonna grind them. So I enable the grinder, and while we wait for them to drop down, there we go. And then they're gonna get killed off in a second. There we go. That's it. It's a really nice auto spawner setup. Up here, like always, conveyor belts. This system works really nice. Make sure you have a 9x9 on the inside, and make sure you have the auto spawner at least one block above it empty, so you have full spawn potentials. And I had this run for a while yesterday. We are never losing any mob essence, because when these guys start, we use more power over there, which means we need more blaze rods, which means more blazes spawn and keep filling this tank. So we are always at 2,800 buckets. Oh, we've got one guy. I'm just going to turn this on and leave it because it's not going to use any power. There you go. And it's really awesome. All right, now let me show you guys where I got the witches. I was bored And I'm like, all right, let me look at all these new biomes to see if there's something cool. And I was very happy that I did. Mystic Grove. Watch this. You already see them. You see all these witches? They're everywhere. Everywhere. This, if I turned it on during the day first, there was none. And I was over there. Reload this. And I was chopping down one of these magic trees, which I planted over there, and one of those, I forgot what they're called. They got a fancy name. And then it turned night. And then all of a sudden I got poisoned left and right. There's witches everywhere. So I captured one, brought it back also. So now we are set for witches. We don't even need to do the ex nihilo way to turn a villager into a witch. So we're cool. We're set on that. Now let's run back over there and see if the heating up process is done. Guessing yes. Uh-oh, this turned into a wheat. Sorry, guys. Need to fix that so the wheat doesn't spread. Because if the wheat spread, they destroy the stuff around it. Okay. It's done, so we take out this guy, and now you see, keep your eye on it, how fast this uses. About, I'd say about every 2.5 seconds, right? Okay, we got full steam. This guy in here. This guy in here, and you're gonna see this going up to 90 really fast and then slow down a little bit. But it does reach, I don't know if 99 or 100 is the highest. Let's see. 100. So they both run at 100%. And when you look in here, it's always full. So we make enough steam to run this. I think we can add like 3 or 4 extra, let's say, steam dynamos. I think it would make enough power for those also, but we shouldn't need any more right now. And now let's see how fast this guy charges. Alright, this is quite fast. I actually would have to look up on the wiki, but I think these guys produce 128 EU a tick. Don't quote me on it. So I think we have 256 EU a tick, which compared to the 5 generators down there, which make us 50 EU a tick, is a pretty big increase. And we don't need to wait for any of this power to be stored. Let's drop this guy in here already and charge it. And I'm just gonna stop the recording here. And once this guy's charged, we're gonna turn in a bunch of quests. I'll see you guys soon. There it is. We finally did it, guys. It is charged. Now we can finish this quest page. And before we do that, I just wanted to update you guys. In the break, I looked up the exact numbers. I don't like to guess. Each one of these steam turbines produces 200 EU a tick. So now we're generating 400 EU a tick. And the high pressure boiler tank with the 4 rows or 4 levels of the tanks on top produces 720 steam a tick. And each one of them uses 320 steam a tick, so combined 640, which leaves us 80 steam a tick excess. So whatever these other, let's see here, steam dynamo, it doesn't show how much steam they need, but we got 80 spare. So, but I don't see us hooking up anything else to this because we don't need it. All right, and I also prepared the fishing rod so we can turn in a few quests now. First off, let's do complete this. Manual detect. Cool. So, Tesseracts are really easy to make, and because I've been dying so much, I am going to take these 2 full hearts. Just in case. I mean, Tesseracts are super cheap to make. Let's see what we got. The end. Well, we're gonna load that up in a second. We're gonna take a look at that. Back up to 8, and what do we get in here? A magnum torch. Well, that might come in handy somewhere. Alright, and we can also turn in... Nothing else opened up, huh? He did everything here. I was kind of hoping that this is going to open up. But maybe we have to finish these here. Which now we can do the Defined Sky because we got the end. And this one here I'm just going to do between episodes. I'm just going to see if it works in the actual nether. And, oh, by the way guys, I sent a turtle to work down there after we made the refined firestone and came back with 10 stacks of obsidian. I dug some up. Getting sidetracked, stay on track. Here we go. We can also turn this one in. We made this orb last episode. And, well guys, I can't help it. These filled sockets are really nice, but they're not too hard to make. So I'm gonna take the reward bag. I wanna see what... Really? Well, that is garbage. One tank. Ah well. Oh. Well, if we ever need another iron tank... Because we don't have enough of this stuff, right? They don't stack because... there's something that when you place these iron tank walls down or something and then place them again... There's some weird thing going on. That's why they don't stack right now, but... Never mind. This guy I'm gonna put over here. Alright, and... I figured this one looks pretty easy. Fishing rod. Now, hovering over it, it just says fishing rod. But this one also says fishing rod. But if you look really close, there's like little stuff on the line, right? So when I looked up the fishing rods, there's the fishing rod, an Invar fishing rod, and then this one from Mine Factory Reloaded with the little brown dots on the lines. So I'm guessing that it's this fishing rod, which you make with depth charges. And I've never used that. So let's see. Oh, we gotta claim one. I'm gonna take this same one here with the depth charges. And what do we get here? Deep ocean. And claim this. Let's look in the bag. Dunes. Okay. I'm gonna put the deep ocean in here. And the dunes. And we are going to take a look at the end here real quick. I want to show you guys what that looks like. Because that is a special one, not just like another biome. Take it out, right? Yeah. See what this is. Load it. Okay. Oh, there's ender lilies. Nice. I can move those up. Well, that's weird. There's a spider. I've never seen a spider. That's a lot of enderman. Let's fly over here and see what's going on. So guys, I very happy that we got this completed, and I'm gonna try to get this biome research done here ASAP, and also the one from the nether. And then we can complete that page and see, do I have enough power? Yes. And then we can see if when we complete that defining paradise. Oh god, I'm lagging. Ooh, that's so scary. But I guess we can't really die here. Oh, I've never shown you guys. Because this is all bedrock. So if we run out of juice here, then, well, I wouldn't know how to get back up. Hey, 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 take it easy, killer. I don't like this. Alright, so there's a little block here, and I once in the testing world broke this open, and all there is in the middle is a biome changer. And I'm guessing that that has something to do with not just, you know, loading the spatials here and making it look like the end, but it actually showing Sky, which I guess is the end biome, or, you know, the other ones like forest and planes and all that stuff. So I'm guessing this is tied in somehow. I didn't find any cables or anything, so I'm not sure how the mod maker does it, but it works. And alright guys, so I'm gonna complete these two researches. The aspect for the research for the end and the nether. So we got that ready, and next episode I want to set up the well of suffering on the blood altar, so we can add our witches there, and we have an unlimited automatic supply of LP. We don't need to kill anything anymore with the dagger and so on. And then hopefully when we complete that, this here, the defining paradise, then finally something is going to open here. And then we see where we go from there, I'd say. Right now, we're in really good shape. We got a lot of things automated, but not crazy automated. We're doing really good on mats. Anything we can summon over here, we need. So we're doing good. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like always, I appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Until next episode, take care, everybody.